the matter of the raid done to the home of Oakland Mayor Sheng Thao. And this has to do with the idea that some will have that, well, all of this is connected to an alleged sex trafficking operation by Andy, led by a restaurant that has been closed since really 2020, and that was focus of the Oakland Public Ethics Commission investigation. And once again, what we have are activities where those in the media would go back to the um, Public Ethics Commission, dig up what looks like might be related to a federal investigation. Sex trafficking is a serious allegation, and then say, okay, this is why, this is why, this is why the raid happened. Now, here's why I'm of the belief that that's not true. Because this raid happened after the August 17th, 2023 trip that 52 people took to Vietnam, which was in part paid for by the Port of Oakland and California Waste Solutions and others, and the Vietnamese groups. There's two Vietnamese groups that were involved. So, for example, the vice mayor of San Leandro went as well, um, Brian Aslito, and he also Danny Glover went, and Danny Glover's trip was paid for by the Vietnamese business group. So there's a set of people in the Vietnamese community that had a hand in um, putting this trip together. Uh, Not just one person. We don't know the list of the entire 52 people that went. But if the feds get involved in this way with respect to candidates and politics in America, my first thought was that they may believe that the mayor, Sheng, because remember, it was Sheng who was investigated, the mayor got money for a campaign from a foreign source. If that's the case, that's the problem. And that is a gigantic problem because that is clearly illegal. And that is an effort that has not been mentioned, but that's why the federal government would get involved at this level. All these other efforts. I mean, sex trafficking, yeah, I could see that as well too. I'm not discounting that, but the problem is that the media is looking at past investigations, right, that happened before the trip. No one's focusing on the trip, and yet the raid happened after the trip, and it involves people who went on the trip and who arranged the trip. Okay, and it has and it has tentacles that could spread to the Port of Oakland. If you want to think about it, I hope not. But clearly, the FBI feels that between Shang and the Duong family and California Waste Solutions, that there was something wrong, and it all points to something that happened, that something that went down on that trip. That's what it points to. So it's a huge mistake for anyone to say, well, this is a sex trafficking issue, and sources have told me that. That's a lie. Okay, and not only that, okay, look, it's not a lie that a source told you that, but the question is, did the source come from your dream? you know, what did the source absolutely know? And I can tell you this: the source was not credible at all. Anybody that is looking at last remnants, parts of the Public Ethics Commission's investigation and trying to attach it directly to this raid without considering the Vietnam trip for front and center is making a gigantic mistake. I'm telling you, you're making a gigantic mistake. You start there first. So I just want to get that one out. That's part 5. All right, so yeah, subscribe to Zenny62 on YouTube and bookmark zenny report.com. See you.